Ishibon and Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have some really good news for you guys because we have got, well, as I told you that, of course, the January window is not that far from now, of course, but new players are being linked with Arsenal. Everything will be discussed in this video, of course. You've seen the thumbnail already. Yes, there's a new guy linked with Arsenal. But how true are the rumors? Everything will be discussed in this video. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end and make sure you subscribe. Like, of course, we are on a mission of reaching 15,000 subscribers, true. But if you seek daily Arsenal content, this is the best place to be, man. This is always the best place to be. But talking about the reality, Arsenel, well, Mikel Arteta has opened up about the whole William Saliba situation. And Arsenal have released the training images as well. Everything will be discussed in the video. So let's just jump into it. So Gilberto Silva tweeted out, on my podcast, I have chosen Thomas Partey and Mohamed Elneny for my player of the week. They reminded of me and Patrick Vieira. This week, the Arsenal fans can pick the winner. Please comment who you think should win. Hashtag COIG, hashtag player of the week. So yes, Gilberto Silva also believes it's Thomas Partey and Mohamed Elneny are the two standout performances that against Manchester United that made sure that we have got the first win in 14 years at Old Trafford. We're talking about more stuff. Well, there's a new fullback in town, ladies and gentlemen, of course. Of course, the new right back in town, Hector Bellerin, alongside Trent Alexander-Arnold. 7 appearances, 2 clean sheets for Hector, 1 for Alexander-Arnold. 8 tackles, 6 tackles missed. Tackle success rate more for Hector Bellerin. 2 assists, 7 goals conceded to 15. Duels won 23 to 16. So Hector Bellerin is coming among the best. Well, let's see. Well, Trent Alexander-Arnold is not known much for his defensive attributes anyways. So, moving on, well, Mikel Arteta opens up about the William Saliba, that he's fed up with the whole Saliba situation. Now, he was actually responding to reports from France that Saliba is fed up with his lack of football in North London. So, Mikel says, I am fed up with the situation because, as you could see, we tried to find a way in the last few days of the transfer window to give him some football. I explained that he needed the transition year when we decided to buy him and send him on loan to Saint-Etienne. For many reasons that didn't happen. He didn't have that transition year and he needs to go through that. At the moment, with the amount of central defenders that we have in the team, we had to leave him out of the squad, which is painful because we have some injuries and we could have used him, but it's part of this profession. Now, Arteta was asked whether a loan move in January was a possibility for William Saliba. He said, yes, we certainly tried in the last days of the transfer window to find the right club, and we had it, but at the end of the day, we could not make it. We will review his situation in the next few weeks, sit down with him as well and see what is the best thing to do. But it will depend on him and other players' situations as well. So I'm pretty much sure the other player situations include the other central defenders who would want to get out of Arsenal at this very moment. William Saliba, I'm pretty much sure that sending him out on loan, of course, the transition year brings a lot of experience, but if William Saliba can add something, at least something, make something out of it, man. Miguel, come on. And James Benge tweets out, Arteta believes Arsenal have depth to retain a competitive squad every 3 or 4 days. Lockdown 2.0 increases our responsibility to give fans happiness. These are the key takeaways from his press conference. Arteta fed up with Saliba situation, unsure over January loan. Arsenal considered options for Willock, but he adds to the squad. So yes, even Arsenal were believing that Joe Willock should be sent out on loan, but they thought otherwise. But moving on, Martin Atkinson will be the referee for Arsenal's game against Aston Villa on Sunday. So yes, it's going to be Martin Atkinson. I'm smelling a penalty, maybe. I don't know, I am. But moving on, well, Mikel Arteta has opened up about the whole Elneny situation. He says he's responding really well to the challenges we are putting in front of him. He had a big one when he came back from loan to show what he could bring, and everyone has seen what he can do. So I'm really pleased with his performances and what he brings to the team. So yes, Mikel Arteta and all the Arsenal fan base are dang happy with what Mohamed Elneny can bring to the team, of course. Who not? Who doesn't? But moving on, well, let's talk about it because Arsenal and Tottenham are in the transfer battle for Mexican winger Pineda, but face competition from Premier League clubs and also other European clubs as well. Well, yes, the Cruz Azul player Orbelin Pineda. Arsenal are reportedly among 7 Premier League clubs. Yes, 7 Premier League clubs considering a move for Mexican winger Orbelin Pineda, There's Tottenham, there's Wolves, there's Everton, there's Southampton, Newcastle and West Ham are also interested in him. The report suggests that Pineda is prepared to consider a move to the English top flight, but the talented 24-year-old rejected the chance to join Man City in 2014. Instead, he left for Cruz Azul in a deal worth more than £10 million. Now, all 7 of the interested Premier League clubs have sent scouts to watch him this year. Well, Pineda has chipped in with 8 goals and 7 assists in 86 appearances for Cruz Azul. And it's not only from England, the teams that have noticed his performances. Also there's Ajax, PSV Eindhoven, Porto and Monaco have also been linked to the versatile winger. Pineda remains under contract with the Mexican club until December 2021. As well as considering a move for Pineda, Arsenal are continuing to be linked with Samuel Chukwueze, which means Arsenal are looking for a winger in this window. And I'm really glad that they're looking for a left winger. Let's see what will happen. But moving on, Arsenal have tweeted to congratulate YouTube star KSI for a second week at #1 in the charts for his song Really Love with Craig David. Well, of course, KSI is a huge Arsenal fan. But yes, Arsenal have really tweeted out that you've come a long way, KSI. Congratulations on the second week at #1 on the big top 40 with Really Love. And that's really, really awesome. Really good. But moving on, well, Jose Mourinho has hit back on the critics that Harry Kane won a penalty. No, he believes that, no, he's not a cheat like other Premier League stars. Of course, Mourinho, well, he had to make his point. He had to weigh in on this one. He says, you are confused because you could be speaking about some Manchester United players. You could be speaking about some Man City players. You could be speaking about some Liverpool players. You could be speaking about some Chelsea players. And yet you're speaking about Harry Kane. He was in a position to control the ball in a dangerous position. And Lallana came in with a very reckless action and committed a foul. What are you speaking about being clever or not being clever? Being clever is to hold the ball and shoot and score. It was a foul. So yes, Jose Mourinho really supports and is actually backing his star striker Harry Kane. But moving on, well, let's talk about Alan Shearer, because Alan Shearer is impressed with Arsenal's recruitment this summer. Speaking after the game against Manchester United of Arsenal, well, he was actually heaping praise on Gabriel and Thomas Partey. About Gabriel, he said he kept Manchester United's twin threat of Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood very quiet on a memorable afternoon for Arsenal. Another impressive signing. And talking about Thomas Partey, Shearer said, Partey was magnificent and it looks to be developing a great partnership with Mohamed Elneny. He could prove to be a brilliant signing. So it's coming from Alan Shearer. I'll take it. Of course, I have to. But moving on, well, Cesc Fabregas has shared his fantasy Premier League team online, and he has Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as his captain. Of course, you can see Elneny, Salah, Aubameyang, Diaz, Zuma, Lamptey, Alisson, Son, Kane, Bamford, and Jimenez. Of course. And if you go and see, there's Steer, Bernardo, Riedewald, and Casey. I personally, I believe this is a little weaker aspect of the game. Why would you put Elneny there? Like, okay, there is Salah. Okay, it's a decent team. But moving on, AC Milan are reportedly preparing a bid for Arsenal target Dominic Szoboszlai again. Well, it looks like the £22 million bid for the Red Bull Salzburg ace. Well, they are suggesting that somehow you could get him for £22 million. The Gunners have been linked with the playmaker for months. Szoboszlai finished last season with 18 assists and 12 goals across all competitions, and the 20-year-old has managed 5 goals and 8 assists so far this campaign. He's been unbelievable. He's been unreal. Too good to be true. I think Arsenal are missing this kind of a playmaker. But moving on, well, David Luiz is fit for selection ahead of Arsenal's Europa League game against Molde. And the update on with their website, it read that David Luiz's left thigh sustained slight thigh issue during the Leicester home game. Now back in full training and available for selection. No further issues from Sunday's game. And talking about more stuff, well, Southampton and England have suffered a huge injury blow after Danny Ings was ruled out until Christmas. That means he could miss the Arsenal game on December 15th. Yes, that is that, because Ralph Hasenhüttl has confirmed that the scan was not too bad. He started running yesterday and the knee was swollen afterwards. He had pain and it was a situation where he immediately stopped, and we decided to have another look, and it was decided to have the operation now. My goodness. But moving on, let's see Danny Ings. Of course, Southampton without Danny Ings. That's nice. But let's talk about Arsenal versus Molde. Training. Yes, here's Arsenal stars of Joe Willock, Pepe, Kolasinac, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Ketia and Kieran Tierney training along with Gabriel, David Luiz, of course, back with full training with Mikel Arteta leading the way, and of course Nicola Pepe with Bukayo Saka tying those curlers, Granit Xhaka, Mustafi, and Kieran Tierney also in the mix alongside Aubameyang, Elneny, and Thomas Partey. So yes, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. 15,000 subscribers is what we seek. Help us attain that. And I will see you in the next one. And don't forget, the best Arsenal content creator, well, we are just consistent enough. And we try to give the best to you guys. So if you are seeking daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Cheers.